called Dalarna University in English. And I'm going to be talking about the book that I've written for the Research Insights series with IVI Global called Exploration of Textual Interactions in Core Learning Communities. This Research Insights title came about because of a cooperation agreement we had with Vietnam National University in Hanoi, and we had a cooperation where we carried out a distance MA program together with students or teachers of English, in fact, and we taught them both in Hanoi itself, but also mainly through net-based learning through Skype text chat. And that was really the start of the project that resulted in this publication. So what I have done in my research is to talk about community building. Communities are a very hot topic when it comes to distance education. It's often seen as a difficulty for how to create a good online community among net-based students, and it's something that's often seen as a particular problem for net-based students. They often feel that they are distanced from one another. So what I looked at was how the use of language, and in particular stereotypically computer-mediated language, how that helped them to develop a community. So there were two particular areas I looked at for the publication. There was what I have called reduced language, reduced forms, and by that I mean where you write shortened forms of words such as info instead of information. So they developed their own norms for how to use particular reduced forms for certain expressions, and they did that separately from the native English-speaking teachers that they had on the program. I also looked at ellipsis, which is a very typical phenomenon in spoken language. By that I mean that these are where you are expressing yourself through not full sentences. So if you are asked a question about something, what do you want to eat, and you can just give a very simple answer giving the relevant information, hamburgers, for example. That will be an example of ellipsis. And what I showed in the book was that ellipsis can be used for developing a community. There are a lot of examples of sharing information through ellipsis. Also, there are a lot of comments and back-channel support. So good, great, well done, and expressions of that type. So that was really the main purpose behind this publication, was to show that these students have been very active in developing their community across the MA course that I studied specifically. When it comes to who this publication would be of interest for, certainly researchers would be an obvious category, but also I can think that instructors would have something to benefit from this title, so that you can get some sort of ideas for how to allow students to develop their own language use in online communities, and how, as a result of that, they interact with one another and create a stable online community. So I think there are many possible people who would benefit from this particular title. So once again, just to repeat the title of the book, Exploration of Textual Interactions in Core Learning Communities. Thank you very much.